Hello everyone and welcome back to the F1 Ultimate Career, where we're taking ourselves from zero to hero. Today we have the Italian Grand Prix here in Monza, another iconic track on the F1 calendar. And we've had the summer break, everyone's had a good chance to rest as Fernando Alonso gets ready for his team's home race in the lead of this championship, and he's in the lead by some way. 68 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Is it 2024? No, this 2011 is pure dominance from the Spaniard, and he looks set to be a four-time world champion in this universe, of course. But yeah, Italy should be a really good race. We got our first ever podium here last season, where Webber bottled it on the last lap. So yeah, more of the same, please. But before we go to qualifying, there's been some roster changes. When I say some, I meant one, but it is still a big one. As you can see, Kamui Kobayashi has moved to Force India after being shunted out of Sauber to make way for Sergio Perez, my new teammate. And seeing that there was no way back really for him, especially this season, he was busy in the summer break. He was offering up his services, and Force India took the bait. They've dropped Karun Chandok back to reserve driver. They've released Vitantonio Liuzzi, and Kobayashi has joined Adrian Sutil at the Indian team. So very interesting. Going to be, yeah, really cool to see what he can do in the Force India. I think Force India are really struggling and underperforming this season, so hopefully for him and for them, he can push them forward. There were some other rumours swirling around the paddock, as there always is, but silly season hasn't really gotten underway just yet. So we shall go to qualifying for this 2011 Italian Grand Prix. I can't wait for this one. Let's go. Bird, oh my god, it's carrying on.
Picked up some debris on the tyres, you'll lose some grip until it wears off.
Bird has absolutely slammed into Rosberg. I think Rosberg came across him though. I don't think that was Bird's fault. Bird was on a fast lap. Rosberg clearly just coming out of the pits. Got a bit spooked, didn't really know where Bird was, and has absolutely collected him. And I think they collected one of the Toro Rossos in the meantime as well. So 3 drivers out already from qualifying. Realistic damage, really taking no prisoners there, and that's going to be a big slap on the wrist for Rosberg, I think. But anyway, we're sat at P11. I did try and go out and prime, so it's just not fast enough. So I'm going to come in for some option tyres, and as there's 3 less drivers out on the track, should be pretty easy to get a lap in.
The lap times are just slower than Kamui's.
This is not good. We're a 10th off Trulli here. We've got finding a lot of time on our
30
personal
seconds left in
best.
the session.
But is it going to be enough to get through ahead of Jarno Trulli, for God's sake, who has somehow found a huge amount of pace at his home Grand Prix? But we could be bringing the Trulli party to an end here. It's a run up to the line, and it's 5th. Nice. That's much more like it. I was worried for a second that I was going to go out there. But P5 easily into Q2. What a horrendous session that was. Jesus. Right, yeah, P5 in the end. Got it in right at the death, but yeah. All that matters is that we're through. But Mark Webber setting the pace early on ahead of Fernando Alonso, the home favourite, and Jenson Button in 3rd. Let's see who made it out. He got knocked out, sorry. Nico Rosberg, obviously, after getting ahead of Sam Bird. It was just an absolute moment of madness from him. So he's going to be starting from last place in this race. Jaime Alguersuari, who got caught up in that as well. He must have been the Toro Rosso that got hit by Bird. So yeah, pretty poor qualifying for him. Maybe a little bit of karma from Hungary. Danny Close as well. D'Ambrosio, Nick Heidfeld, P20. I didn't even clock that. So both Mercedes out in Q1. That is a huge shock. Oh dear. Sam Bird, 19th. Jarno Trulli, 18th. So that must mean that Kovalainen and Senna have made it through to Q2. Brilliant achievement from those, especially Senna up in 13th. Incredible pace from him. But yeah, Kamui Kobayashi 14th in his first qualifying session for Force India. Alright, there are going to be more twists and turns in the tail. Let's go to Q2. Well, clearly struggling in this Q2 session so far. I've waited till the end, as per usual. Maldonado is the barrier between us and that top 10 shootout. Let's try and get Parabolica correct. A little bit wide, but might be able to carry a decent amount of speed. Get the DRS open a little bit earlier than usual. Run up to the line.
We need a good lap here or we're out of qualifying.
P13, that's just a banker lap, so let's try and absolutely smash this second lap and try and find at least 3 tenths to get into that coveted P10 shootout where I think my teammate is right now, so I need to join him in there.
That time is just slower than Kamui's.
Much better. Found 6 tenths on my personal best. Oh, yeah, please get the stuttering out of the way before we get to Parabolica. Please be done. Right, on the brakes as late as possible. Met the apex nicely, maybe too nicely there. Don't want to touch the curb on that inside. But here we go. Run up to the line. What's it going to be?
The last lap time moved you up to 5th.
5th again. 3 tenths off Fernando Alonso, who is on provisional pole so far.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
3 thousandths away from being in the 120s, which is electric pace around here. So yeah, very nice. Pulled it out when it matters. P5. Thank you very much.
We're through to qualifying 3. Good work.
Thank you, Andy. Fernando Alonso leading the way just ahead of the McLarens and his teammate, to be fair, only a 10th off, but then it's us in 5th. Weber, Petrov, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel just squeezing in to that top 10, so well done to my teammate and Danny Rick there. But who's missed out is Maldonado down in P11, Sutil in 12th, Hulkenberg 13th, Kubica again, poor qualifying from him, Kobayashi 15th, Kovalainen 16th and Senna in 17th. Couldn't replicate the heroics he pulled out the bag in Q1, sadly for him. But yeah, both Saubers into the top 10, and that's what we love to see. Let's see what we can both do in this final qualifying session. Stutter into a skies, so that's kind of ruined this banker lap for us. So we'll keep going. This didn't get invalidated. We've got Hamilton in provisional pole at the moment. We've got Button Vettel down in P8 at P9, so clearly not the only person struggling out on the track. What's this first lap going to give us?
That'll put you into 7th, 4th row of the grid.
7th is still pretty good. We're ahead of both Red Bulls, clearly, because Weber is in 8th. Both Red Bulls and a McLaren behind us, that's pretty good. We need to concentrate now. This is our last chance in qualifying to get any further up the grid. Come on. Parabolica for the last time in this qualifying session. That's probably the best I've taken it, to be fair. Get the DRS open nice and early. Go to the line. What's it going to be?
30 seconds left in the session.
Just off of my quickest time. So yeah, it's not going to be an improvement, sadly. It's going to be P7 at the maximum for us on tomorrow's grid. But P7, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. And I think Sergio is in the top 5, so yeah, great session for us all round. Wow, what a qualifying session, Jesus Christ. P7 for us in the end. We were quite a long way off the quickest pace in the end, but yeah, P7 and Sergio P4, great qualifying session for the team, and yeah, very happy for him His first couple of races have been sublime, to be fair. So hopefully he can carry this on and keep showing that it was the right choice to bring him in. And Lewis Hamilton is on pole position. Felipe Massa getting ahead of his championship leading teammate Fernando Alonso into second place. So fair play to him, but it's going to be Lewis Hamilton on the front step of the grid. Fair play to him. Perez, like I've said, in P4. Daniel Ricciardo, again an excellent qualifying session for him, up in P5, really ragging that car around at the moment. Vitaly Petrov in P6, that's pretty good for him in the Renault. Then it's me in 7th, Mark Webber in 8th, Button 9th, and Vettel 10th. So yeah, a horrible qualifying session again for Red Bull. Hopefully they can claw back some pace in the race, but you guys will see the weather when we go there. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix. It is bucketing it down here in Monza for the 2011 Italian Grand Prix. 27 laps here and fully wet conditions, not intermediates, extreme wets. 100% chance of rain, so not looking likely that we're going to be going to dry conditions today. Going to be a completely wet race, so yeah, bit of a mixed up grid at the front, fully wet conditions, really damage. Monza, this could be an all-timer race. We start in P7, so down into T1 it's going to be very, very scary, and just if we can get through that, we should have a good race. Let's have a quick look at the strategy. I guess it won't be too crazy. Yep, 2 pit stops, lap 9, lap 18, so 9 lap stints all the way through. So yeah, that's pretty easy to follow. So yeah, we'll see if it goes to inters at any point, but looking at the weather out there, doesn't seem likely. Alright, it is imperative that we survive that first chicane, and then from there we can press on. So yeah, wish me luck. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix. Right, it is hooning it down here in Monza as we line up. 7th on the grid, here we go. This could be an all-time classic as we get away. Ricciardo's left us a nice chunk of space on the outside as we hurtle down to the first chicane. Keep it clean, please. Please don't hurt me. Petrov's everyone's crossing the chicane. What has gone on there? Petrov's got a puncture somehow. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but we're up to P5. Thank you very much. Oh, there's someone on the inside. Couldn't even see Button there. He's lost his front wing. I'm not sure if he lost his front wing on me, but I hope not. I don't think he did. So we got through this. P5. We got Perez up in P4, so both made it through unscathed, and that is what matters. We've got a huge gap back to Kubica, who's got up from what, 14 up to 6. So incredible start for him. Exactly what he needed. But yeah, we're in a bit of a no man's land here now after that chaotic start. Yeah, everyone cutting chicane. I got forced over the track as well. But, luckily no penalties. Yeah, we're through unscathed. Probably we can find the ball in first stint now. We need to try and claw back this time to the floor ahead.
Webber's just behind you. Try to build a gap.
Trying. It's lap 5 now. The gap to Perez has actually increased up to 5 seconds, and Webber is only 1 second behind me. He's found his way past Robert Kubica earlier on this race, and he's very fast at this stage of the race, much quicker than me. I think it's those interconditions where I really flourish against the AI, but yeah, these full wet conditions proving to be quite tough, to be fair. I'm not getting completely dropped by Perez, but Webber is definitely faster than me at this point, so maybe going to be losing place to him shortly. But yeah, P5 at the moment, Perez still P4 and clinging on to those two Ferraris ahead of him. I think Hamilton's just past Massa for the lead of this race. So yeah, Alonso stuck behind his teammate at the moment. We're still running in P5, so...
Mix 3, turn up the engine. We've got a good chance of taking this guy.
Yeah, we do have a lot of fuel to play with, but in these conditions, you don't really want to be using rich mix. So we're going to carry on going. Hopefully we can stay ahead of Webber for the rest of the stint.
The pit crew are ready for you at the end of this lap. Hit this lap.
Right, it's lap 9 and it's time for our pit stop at the end of this lap. So,
okay, times are looking good. You're matching race pace.
And yeah, I've had some really consistent laps to be fair since we last checked, and the weather's still keeping up with us, but we're really in my teammate now. Maybe the experience is starting to show in both ways, I guess. But Perez still pretty good in these conditions, hasn't made any mistakes, you know.
Pace is good, pace is good.
Running his own race, but I feel like Webber and I could be making our way past him shortly. I assume he'll be in next lap for his first pit stop. I really hope we're not going to be double stacking because a bit too close to comfort, I'd say, right now. So hopefully he doesn't come in and we can have a good pit stop. Maybe try and undercut him this time, thankfully. Being given the better strategy by the team. Here we come for our first pit stop. Webber's going to be following us in, but he does have damaged front wing. Can we slow down Alonso there? I think he's having a front wing change as well, as we see the Lotus guys come out. I believe that's Kovalainen, who also needs a new front wing. I presume most people need a new front wing after that turn 1, but we have re-emerged in 7th place. Right, thank you very much for Alguersuari in 8th place. He actually started 23rd, didn't he, after his crash in qualifying. So
the next stop is the last if the weather stays like this. He's
having a very good race so far, so fair play to him. We are right behind Alonso here. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up.
Slower traffic ahead. Be careful when overtaking. They should let you through.
I don't see any traffic around me, Andy. I'm not quite sure what you're on about.
Looks like the rest are pitting this lap.
We've got out miles ahead of Perez here. The two Ferraris have come out very close here. Hopefully they're not going to crash. Oh, Alonso, he's looking to make a move on Massa as he comes out, but Massa has he's re-emerged ahead of his teammates. That's good for him, I suppose, but not good for Alonso. I guess it'll be a matter of time for those two switch around, so Alonso can get after Lewis Hamilton, who I believe is still in the lead, but it looks like someone has stayed out a little longer ahead of us. We should be in P4, but it is what it is. Hopefully there's not someone trying to do the one stop. Yeah, that would be, I mean, it'd be good for them, wouldn't it? But not good for us. But we still get a place on a Sergio, so that's good for us. I think these two Ferraris will be too hard for us.
The car ahead has just done a low 1 minute 29. We need to improve on that if we want to catch them.
Well, it's lap 15 now. I think Alonso has finally passed Massa, or has he? Massa back down the inside of Alonso. Lots of drama here right in front of me. They've been battling so hard in front of us. It's really easy for me to keep up with these guys by dragging me along. Perez can't quite get involved though. It's a little bit of a shame, but he's keeping Webber and Alguersuari behind him, who are still not competing in this race, so I don't think Hamilton has hit either. Lap 15 and they haven't made it.
Your brakes are at optimal temperature. Brakes at optimal temperature.
So maybe pulling off the zero stop strategy, the incredibly rare zero stop strategy. I think that's like to pull that off.
Ferrari are getting ready for a pit stop. Looks like it's going to be Alonso.
That's not illegal in wet conditions. You don't have to change the tyres like you do in dry conditions. can stick it out on one set of wets, if you can. So yeah, maybe the zero stop strategy is the way to go today.
The pit window is open, come in this lap.
Finally, Victor, who was running in second place, has finally made his first pit stop here on lap 17, so not quite able to do the zero stop strategy, but the one stop looking quite lucrative so far, and I think that's what Hamilton's doing as well, so he should pretty easily win this race, knock on wood. So let's see what happens here. We're up into fourth. Webber's made his way past Perez, sadly, so we're going to have some pressure from the Australian shortly, I suppose. Alonso still can't really get anywhere close to his teammate. Massa doing a good job in that other Ferrari. So yeah, P4 at the moment, following underfoot from Webber, and then when we make it.
Looks like one of the McLarens is about to pit. Their crew are getting ready.
Okay, so that must be Hamilton. That's all buttoned without troubling.
Remember to pit this lap.
Out of the race. So yeah, looks like Hamilton's finally making his one and only pit stop. Let's see where we're going to re-emerge. Saying we're going to rejoin 8th, so we should have points. I guarantee we're going to bring it home with one piece. Yeah, we haven't really had a huge amount of pace in these conditions, with Alonso coming in as well ahead of us. Slamming to the back of him as Webber coming in too. And, he doesn't need to change his front wing this time, so let's see if the Sauer boys can give me a good stop onto another set of wets.
Exit,
Go.
now.
Right. Oh dear. Very close to getting overtaken by Webber in the pit, so quite sad. Yeah, here we go. P7 rejoined one place ahead of where
Racing speed, watch out for those cold tyres.
where the MFD thought we'd re-emerge. Yeah, right behind Alonso now, but Webber is looking very racy at this point. Oh, Alonso going slowly. What's happened to him? I don't know what happened to him there. He's got a puncture. Has he got a puncture? I'm not sure. He's completely slowed down at the start of the straight. Is he okay? Not sure. Looks okay. Is he pulling over to the side? No, I'm not sure. What the hell happened to Alonso there? Complete loss of drive just before the pits. Really, it's like he was getting lapped. Yeah, no idea what happened to Fernando there, so he's lost out to both Webber and I. And yeah, we'll take 4th place. Thank you very much. Oh God, concentrate. Yeah, Webber, he's going to be sniffing blood now. He's out for it now. And he get past me quickly. Yeah, we're going to help him if I'm not being able to reach the apex into the Lesmos. Either one of them, that is, have to use some curve. If the defend, it's going to be nip and tuck to the end. Oh God, that's a lock-up. That's a lock-up. We're going to have to cut the course, and Webber's through. We've made it really easy for him there. Yeah.
Fallen down to 5th place.
Yeah, that lock-up into T1, there's not much I can do about that. Just probably being a little bit too anxious about it. Yeah, we opened the door for him there, and he stepped on through, so fair play to him. Now Alonso's going to be looking to make amends for whatever happened on the pit straight, so yeah, maybe this 5th place is up the threat too.
We need to pick up the pace. The car behind's closing in.
Huge mistake out of Ascari here. I think Alonso's got us now. Try and use curves, but can't defend. That was a horrible mistake out of Ascari. Get Alonso. So we got in and get into the slipstream, perhaps down the main straight. Got some good speed down the main straight, so we could be able to get back past the Spaniard here. Can we do it running alongside with him into T1, who's going to be the last breaker? Break at the same time. I don't want to lock up into him. We're going to have to give him some space here. Oh God, he's completely cut me off. Thanks, Fernando. Right. Well, not much I can do about that. Maybe I shouldn't have been so polite to him, because he did not exactly give me any respect back. So yeah, down to P6, thank you. Stu is not taking a look at that clearly. So yeah, P6 now, got Sergio behind. But yeah, I think we should just think about consolidating this position for now. We're not going to be able to get past Fernando again.
The fastest lap of the race.
Right, joining the penultimate lap here, lap 26 of 27. We're in 6th place still. Alonso nearly 2 seconds ahead of us now. We don't have the pace to compete with him now that he has some clean air ahead of him. So it's looking like it's going to be P6 for us today. But another double points finish for the team. Hopefully Perez can bring it home too. So yeah, it's going to be a big haul of points. I think Kubica is still in 2nd, so Renault, even though we're going to have a double points finish, I think Renault is still going to get more points than us this weekend, and they're obviously our direct rivals in the championship. So it's going to be getting even closer between us two, and if Kubica can bring us home after one stop, that's a massive achievement. Fair play to him.
Hamilton's just posted the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, Hamilton's been dominant all race long, one stop as well. It's just cemented his victory. Oh God, there's a trick. Yeah, that's going to cement his victory today, and I assume I'll see you guys towards the end of next lap. There we go. Lewis Hamilton has won the Italian Grand Prix. That's probably going to upset the Tifosi here. Ferrari going to be ruining the chance to win their home race, but I think Hamilton deserved it, to be fair. Yeah, 2 Ferraris, obviously on a 2-stop compared to 1 stop, that's going to be a bit of a disadvantage, but yeah, it's too much squabbling between those two as well is always going to scupper their chances. Alonso's going to lose quite a lot of points to Hamilton, but still be miles ahead in the end. But for us, it's P6 today. Pretty happy with that, not going to lie, in these conditions.
That's 8 points. Good job.
Perfect. Yeah, double points finish for us. 14 points for the team. Very happy with that. So yeah, Perez still carrying on his great form since he's joined the team, which is what we love to see. Lewis Hamilton again, 35 seconds ahead of Robert Kubica in the end. 14th to 2nd, by the way. What an achievement for him. At least the Tifosi have something to shout about with Felipe Massa on the podium, so well done to him. He was only a 2nd behind Kubica in the end, so it could have been 2nd, but it is what it is. Mark Webber P4, he had great pace today. If only he started a little bit higher up the grid for him. Fernando Alonso, the championship leader, he's going to lose out to Lewis a little bit this weekend, but he's still got a massive lead over him, as we'll see in the standings after this. Kobayashi on his return to the grid, his first race for Force India. We love to see that. He gets some points on the board. He gets more points there than he did all season with us, so well done to him. Obviously there's no bad blood between us two, but he's probably going to be very happy getting back in the points and showing what he can do in an F1 car. As Adrian Sutil also in the points, so another double points finish for Force India. I think that's only the 2nd time they've done that this season, after the Monaco Grand Prix, where Sutil and Chandok both scored points. And look at that, Heikki Kovalainen has got not only his but Lotus's first point of the season. That means every team has scored a point. Lotus are off the mark. Well done to Heikki Kovalainen, they've deserved it. I feel like Trulli has been a little bit better than Kovalainen this season, but it is what it is. 1 point is still 1 point, so well done to them down at Lotus. Let's see who just missed out though. Of course, it was his teammate Jarno Trulli in 11th, his best finish of the season at his home Grand Prix, so probably can't complain. But when your teammate scored points, it's going to hurt just a little bit. Sebastian Vettel Yeah, P12, another weekend to forget for the German. We've got D'Ambrosio 13th, that's his best finish of the season. Danny Close, Al-Bashwari, who did end up doing it two-stop for some reason, so yeah, ruined his race. Senna, Heifeld, Rosberg and Virgin, so a horrible weekend for Mercedes. Yeah, terrible luck for them. And 5 DNFs, Maldonado, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Button and Petrov, all on the first lap. Alright, that was a pretty chaotic Italian Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the standings. Alright guys, here are the drivers and constructors standings after today's Italian Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso still well out in the lead of the drivers' standings, but only 52 points now ahead of Lewis Hamilton after Hamilton's win here on his home turf, on his team's home turf I should say. Mark Webber has gone past Jenson Button, I think for the first time this season, so well done to him. Vettel and Massa only separated by 2 points right behind those guys. We've made it to 85 points, only 6 points away from Michael Schumacher after his retirement, so that should be a freebie for us in that regard. But Robert Kubica up to 56 now, he's slowly creeping in after his second place today. Some other movements in the standings. Perez, after his great start to his career, is up to 15th on 11 points ahead of Pastor Maldonado. Kobayashi on his return to the grid, well done to him. No bad blood between us, I want to see him do well, and he's obviously taken quite nicely to that Force India. And Heikki Kovalainen, finally Lotus have a point today, and D'Ambrosio also going past Bruno Senna right down there for the wooden spoon after his 13th place today. In the constructors standings, Ferrari still in the lead by 37 points ahead of McLaren. Red Bull on a nice even 250 points, Mercedes 4th, then it's us 3 away from the 100 club, but Renault only 10 points behind now. Then we have Force India and Williams joint on points, but because Force India have had 2 7th places compared to Williams at 1 7th place, they move up to 7th, so well done to them. Hopefully they can press on now. The gap might be a little bit too big to the likes of us and Renault, but if they can secure that 7th place, that will be much better than how it was looking not so long ago. Well, I just had to give driver of the day to Heikki Kovalainen, and he's finally brought the bacon home for Lotus, so well done to those guys down there, and hopefully they can press on to Singapore, where obviously Jarno Trulli got a very famous podium last season. Obviously myself on the podium too. We got back-to-back podiums from Italy to Singapore, so we'll be hoping for more of the same. Let's see what Trulli can do there this year. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy that Italian Grand Prix as much as I did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to join us for the last 6 races of the 2011 season, although it is looking like a bit of a one-horse race. But I'll see you guys at Marina Bay regardless. Take care.